Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, muscle.
Good morning.
He says good morning, muscle. He's got more than me. Look. Shoo.
Good morning, muscle.
Yeah, this will be my first round this year at Kukuru. Last time I raced here was in November. Yeah, I think my last race here was in November. I'll attach those videos to this one. We're setting up the GoPro 7 on the outside because the GoPro 9 is broken. So I think we're about to go do inspection. I'm gonna try to get this GoPro on, and then I'll pick up right after that. I think it's been a few videos since you made an appearance on the channel.
What's up?
Here he is.
I'm back.
Now he.
Oh wait, did you get a 13?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I bought it on sale at the
Dude, that's
exchange,
fly.
dude.
Hopefully it makes my complexion
off.
look good.
$100 up.
So tell us a little about your car.
looking
What did
good.
you do to the front bumper?
We just made some subtle changes.
Subtle.
Yeah, we pulled off the decal and then threw a spankyworks sticker on the front.
Oh wait, you got t-shirts too, right?
Yeah, we got t-shirts. I think most of them are reserved though.
Like one for me, right?
Yeah, but I want a shirt from you,
Okay.
and you want a shirt from me.
Let's just trade these.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just trade these. Got my new X-Gel thingy-mabob because I do not want another rib injury.
What's inspection time? Gotta stay within the regulations. Wait. Stuff and things. Actually, that's all I can think of.
He's being Leo's lead mechanic for this race, so.
Hopefully he doesn't die.
Yeah. So, we did the time trial practice. It was a 5-minute practice and then a 5-minute time trial. We're on the wet tires. It just got done raining, so the track is very wet, but honestly, the sky might be clearing up. I don't know, but we're on used wet tires and these are pretty cooked. So while they're cold, we're doing 1.1 on the pressure. It felt all right. I really tried to warm them up during the practice, and yeah, we ended up getting pole for, I guess, sprint races. I don't know. I guess they're called sprint races. They're like a qualifying race. Yeah, 1.1 felt good. I don't think I'm gonna change anything. There's probably going to be a dry line that pops up after these few races, so looking forward to that. It's gonna be like a wet and dry track-ish, so. Safe to say the pit lane was still wet as I drive directly into the tire barriers along the pit lane, so that's me just crashing again on an out lap, which is awesome. Obviously we're on the slick tires on a wet track, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why they deemed it as slick. I think we should just be on wet tires, especially on this track. Anyways, the kart was fine. No steering damage, surprisingly. I don't know how I didn't bend a tie rod or anything, but all we did was just push the bumper back in place and we were good to go. Now we're sitting here on grid before we do the couple of warm-up laps that we normally get, and as you can see, the rain is falling, so that's quite annoying for me since I'm starting in first, so I'm leading the pack going into quite unknown conditions. Now you really have the choice of just searching for grip around the track like I was doing, and there's obviously not grip right there, so you can search for grip, or you can really just try to scrub the hell out of your tires to warm them up. Now, coming from a sim racing, I wouldn't say sim racing background, but generally whenever the track's wet, you look for the lighter color tarmac to kind of find the grip. I wouldn't say that's necessarily the case here at Kukuru, because you can be on the darker parts of the track and there's no grip. You can be on the lighter parts of the track and there's still no grip, like around here. Like a lot of lighter colored concrete. I don't know what, I wouldn't say this is asphalt. I don't know what this is. This is this is racing karts, and there's really no pitting for wet tires. Maybe we should introduce that here in Okinawa, since clouds like to fall out of the sky randomly, as I almost go into the tires again, because there's just, again, no grip at all. First time using the D2 slick tires in the wet conditions at Kukuru. Before, I was just running the D5s. And we will slow down for race start. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Boom, race start. I want to say that's a clean start. Now the race has started and the rain still continues to fall. I'm still looking for grip. The outlaps weren't good enough and I spin. Daiki tags me a little bit on the bumper, not a huge deal. We lose both positions. Daiki goes pretty wide. I try to do a nice switchback here to get a better exit. We pull that off. He's on the racing line, so that's, well, racing line for the dry, so that's not going to help. And we just gain those 2 positions back. And this is something I want to talk about as well. We only have 3 drivers in this race, which is really a sign, or I guess just a representation of how racing is going in Okinawa right now. I mean, for the junior classes, it's getting a little bit better. We have some new drivers getting introduced. But as for the senior masters class, it's really not as good as I think it could be. And that's no fault of no one. No fault of no one. No fault of anyone's. It's just kind of the nature of Okinawa, and Okinawa being the poorest prefecture in Japan, and the list goes on, really. Yes, there's quite a bit of foreigners that are into cars. They're into drifting. Not so much the racing thing. Drifting is a bit more exciting, more stylish. You know, it's dancing on pavement. And that's where I started. I enjoy drifting. I'm not going to stop. This is just kind of a different path that I decided to go down, and I've spent a lot of money doing it. And this is where spankyworks kind of comes into play. I wanted a brand to kind of race under, or just something to kind of create for myself, and I didn't want to just race or create a brand through my name. And that's where spankyworks comes into play. A lot of people ask me why Spanky, why I use that word. It's just a nickname that I had as a kid, and I thought it sounded cool. A lot of my friends were telling me to create some sort of merch or some sort of, I don't know, something. And I had the thought in the back of my head as well, because I just need to generate some sort of income or money stream to fund this, because I've spent so much money over the last 10 months. Especially the Mizunami trip. That was not cheap. Speaking of that, I plan to go again, maybe in October and November, but right now we're just planning for November. More details on that to come. Back to the spankyworks thing. So, started with the sim racing, then it moved to the racing karts on Okinawa. And this is something, oh, we have a nice little spin there. Yeah, this is like a TED Talk time, by the way. Not a lot happens in this race, even though we had a spin, but nothing much happens more. Back to the spankyworks. So yeah, I'm just trying to create something to race under, and probably eventually bring in more people and kind of create a team, a racing team, so to say. And the expense thing, I mean, there's that one saying where it's, if you want to make $1 million in racing, spend 10 million, or something along the lines of that. That just gives you the idea of what racing is. Now, I'm not doing this to become a millionaire, to become filthy rich. I just want to do this because this is what I enjoy. This is what I like to spend my time doing. Driving a machine with tires and feeling the adrenaline rush, all the ups, all the downs. And it's something that I can challenge myself each and every day and just strive to get better every time I do it. Just make sure I'm getting better at something. It could be the smallest thing, doesn't matter. And to make the racing thing work, you need to be able to support yourself, support the machine and the people around you, or the people connected to the organization or the program. I don't want to go into it much deeper, but just understand that race cars are rolling advertisements, and it is not cheap. So that's where Spankyworks is at. It's not there, but that's why it's getting spun up. And the people around me have been very, very supportive, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. Now all I can do is just give it my all and really do my best to make this racing thing work. No matter where I'm at, Japan, USA, whatever, doesn't matter. Enough about that. Let's get back to the race. I'll just talk to this last lap here. Normally lifting around the start finish, there's a bit of grip just left of the dry line going into turn 1. I'm all over the dry line through that section, but I guess it's still fast enough to stay in the lead. Also, turn 4, I still stay pretty middle, into the middle of the track, and take a super late apex. We have a nice 4-wheel slide going into the last turn. That really wasn't on purpose. And then we take the checkered flag for another Rotax Okinawa RMC Kukuru circuit senior masters win. We'll go ahead and take the checkered flag for our little victory lap. I tried to do some celebratory drifts while holding the checkered flag, but they didn't look that cool, honestly. Little one-hand drift action. The rain is still coming down, and the juniors are queued up. And I want to say the juniors went on to the wet tires, if I remember correctly. So that was pretty interesting, but my voice feels super weird. I've been talking a lot this video. I normally don't talk this much, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. See ya.